Starbucks is a coffee company and coffee house chain originating in 1971 with a single store in Seattle's historic Pike Place market. The name, inspired by Moby Dick, evoked the romance of the high seas and the seafaring tradition of the early coffee traders. From their original storefront in Seattle, Washington, Starbucks has opened 23,768 locations worldwide as of November 2016. Over the last 46 years, Starbucks has grown to a gathering place for studying, work, or for casual conversation. For many, it has become a part of their daily routine. Starbucks holds dear to their mission to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Despite their commitment to a superior product and support for social issues, they have issues to face within their own company. For many Starbucks employees, their biggest complaint is scheduling. From how little their shifts are spaced out, inconsistent shifts, and how short of notice they get, scheduling at Starbucks has become an inconvenience to its employees. In 2015, the New York Times reported that Starbucks vowed to provide more consistent schedules and put new schedules out at least 10 days in advance, as well as stop asking employees to endure clopening, which is known as closing down the store in the evening and having to come back early the next morning to open. The scheduling problems have been an issue since at least 2014, when a New York Times investigation exposed how scheduling practices can be problematic for its workers. The problem is especially difficult for parents who must find a way to care for their children without knowing their work schedules more than a few days in advance. Even still, these issues have not been resolved despite the fact that they have a scheduling software in use. Managers of some franchises attribute this to the ongoing pressure to keep labor costs low. Store managers are given tight labor budgets and incentivized to understaff stores.
Starbucks can prevent the clopening problem by prohibiting managers from scheduling employees without at least 10 hours between shifts occurring on different days. Scheduling issues can also be solved by allowing employees to set their availability and update it as needed, as well as requiring managers to put out schedules a week or more in advance. Additionally, Starbucks can implement a program that allows employees to anonymously report any scheduling issues or complaints.
To resolve Starbucks' scheduling issues, they will need to modify their current scheduling software. Current software does not allow managers to schedule employees with less than 8 hours between their shifts. To increase employee satisfaction, they should increase the window to 10 hours. In extreme situations, if an employee is asked to work a clopening shift, they will receive overtime for every hour that violates the 10-hour rule. Starbucks should also create an employee help center to increase employee care and handle scheduling issues anonymously. This help center can also help track locations with issues geographically.
There's a variety of solutions managers can use in order to better Starbucks' problem with poor service. After doing research, we found 2 areas of improvement to this problem, including technology and communication. The first aspect I'd like to focus on is the verbal ways through communication Starbucks can better their service toward their customers. Although the service may be slow due to a shortage in employees working, a customer can still have a good experience if they feel cared for by who's serving them. One company actually slowed their service down in order to build a better relationship with their customers. And since Starbucks already has slower service due to a reduction in employees working, they can benefit from the idea that building customer interaction can increase their customers' perspective on the company. Managers can take the time to implement greeting styles, positive body language, eye contact, and smiles to their employees in some minor training. Also, a more specific rule called the 30-30 rule could be implemented, where an employee must greet the customer within 30 steps or seconds walking into the door. This makes the customer feel more wanted and welcome to Starbucks. Through technology, Starbucks can improve their customer service. Using a mobile app including geofencing technology that alerts the company when a customer has arrived to their location, Starbucks can improve the time taken to make and prepare drinks for those ordering through the app. The geofencing technology also provides Starbucks and the customer a detailed description of when and where the drink will be ready for pickup, leaving the customer happy with the freshly made hot drink. Also, using a mobile ordering system, Starbucks could build a location for mobile orders only, so walk-ins and on-the-go customers can be kept separate. With the combination of the technological services and increase in verbal communication between the employees and customers, Starbucks service and reviews would raise in positivity.
Starbucks within the past couple years has had trouble with management constantly having to fire and shorten staff at thousands of locations throughout the United States. Unfortunately, due to the drawback in employees working, the customers are noticing a change in service. This change is apparent enough to cause a number of complaints regarding terrible service and unhappy customers. As a manager of Starbucks, it is your job to keep the positivity alive and make sure service isn't affected by outside forces. Although there's a smaller amount of workers on the job, their attitudes and mood can't be fazed by the stress of having to do more work. Drinks are coming out slower, employees are unhappy, and these factors combined create a negative atmosphere in the workplace that managers must approach and handle in a way where the customers aren't affected by it. Also, one of the biggest factors that play into poor customer service is their introduction of the mobile app, which allows customers to order drinks from their phone and pick it up when he or she arrives at the Starbucks store. While Starbucks thought this would be a great idea to increase their profits, it actually ended up backfiring on them, and their stores cannot keep up with the orders coming in. The point of the mobile app was to reduce the lines and produce customers a new way to buy Starbucks products, but instead it is driving people away. The mobile app is creating problems such as congestion, chaos between coworkers, which result in poor customer service and creates a problem for management.
Okay, so to put these ideas into action, the first step would be to identify the employees who already do a good job of handling customer service. So you could look at the employees and see how they interact with their customers, no matter what the environment is, whether it be in the store or in the drive-thru. And another way you could motivate these employees would be to give them a cool name like customer service guru. The second step could be let the customers know if something is going on that is causing service to be slower than normal. Customers will be more understanding if they know ahead of time. This will reduce their frustration. And then you could also reward the customers for waiting longer, maybe give them like a free drink or a promotional item. The third thing we could do to put this into action would be to introduce the geofencing technology, which will sense a customer's cell phone and alert them whether it will be more efficient to go inside or to the drive-thru. And to start with that, you would try it at a few local stores to see if it would be successful or not. And then finally, by utilizing the 30-30 rule and more customer-employee interaction, the public's view of Starbucks will go up. So you need to make sure that each employee knows his or her impact on the brand, and you'll be successful.
Although Starbucks has and will remain a very successful company for some time, the ups and downs of the economy will always take an effect on what goes on behind the counter. Also, what goes on behind the counter involving the employees and their manager will impact the Starbucks name and its brand perception in some shape or form. With the help of improving customer service through interaction and communication, improvements in the mobile app, and improved scheduling of their employees, Starbucks will form a better environment within the company that will leave them a more efficient company, better ran. More importantly, managers and their employees will build a better relationship and environment, making the job experience better and the success of Starbucks better than before.